Hello, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody is doing well. For those of you who may not know me, my name is Renarda Joy, and for the next 30 days, I have committed myself to giving you tips, tools, and insight for those of you who are new to real estate investing. Now, my mission is to shrink the intergenerational wealth gap through real estate investing, and I want to use this platform to sound the alarm. Now, if you've missed any of our previous conversation, I invite you to go back and rewatch some of those conversations because they were very, very good. Now, before I get into today's conversation, you guys already know what I'm going to say. I want to know your name, where you're from, and if you've gotten any value from what we've talked about so far, put that in the comments as well. Now, today's conversation is very short, but nonetheless, it's very important. I want to talk about setting and creating your real estate goals, right? So, how many of you have heard or who have even said, you know what, one day I will start my real estate investing? That was me. But can I tell you, one day is not a day. You got to get clear. You got to put a timeline, whether that's going to be 6 months, 18 months, or even 3 years. You need to define the time so that you know what you're working towards. What does that look like? Well, for some of you, it may be you getting education. Is that you working with a coach, getting a book to read, listening to some podcasts, going to some meetup groups? Whatever it's going to be, arm yourself with the right knowledge, right? It could be you talking to people. Maybe you need to talk to a realtor. Maybe you need to talk to a seasoned investor. Maybe you should talk to a financial advisor who can sit down and help you design a roadmap to creating your pathway to getting your first investment property. For some of you, believe it or not, you may just need to go to your local credit union and you'd probably be surprised. You are already mortgage ready. You just don't know. The way I got started, and again, I'm not saying that this is what you have to do, but what I did when I decided I wanted to start my real estate investing journey, I pulled my credit. Remember, I shared with you that I grew up in an era where parents just didn't share information. And again, it's not because they were withholding or they were just being mean. It was just the way that it was done. But I couldn't allow that to be an excuse for me, right? So I pulled my credit and I would study it every Friday because I didn't understand the importance of credit or even credit utilization if I put myself all the way out there. But again, I couldn't let that be my excuse. So I studied it and then I started speaking to people to really get a grip and understand my financial decision habits. And I got better with it. So the best thing I can tell you is create some congruent goals, right? Work smarter, not harder, and begin with the end in mind. So create a goal, right? Like I said, whether it's 3, 6, 18 months, whatever it is, and work backwards. Figure out what do you need to do to get closer to that goal. Maybe, and let me tell you this, these steps that I'm giving you, you can use it in any area of your life, right? You're going to figure out, you're going to reverse engineer it. So whatever it is, create the task that you need to do in order to accomplish those goals. Maybe it's time, maybe it's money, maybe it's speaking to somebody, whatever resources, tasks you need to do, put it together step by step, right? Whatever steps it takes to get to that goal, break it all the way down, almost like you're a project manager, right? And you'd be surprised after doing that, how many goals you can get done. Again, this is not just for real estate, but the topic is for real estate. Now, if you have any tips and tricks of things that you've done to create and set your goals, share it with us. The one thing that I don't want you to do is get overwhelmed with information and then you don't do anything. You get paralysis analysis. I don't want you to do that either. Share with us your tips and tricks. Now, if you're watching this outside of my business Facebook group, I invite you to come and join me at renardajoylive.com. That's renardajoylive.com. Now, understand this. I don't want you to join for the likes. I don't care about the likes. I care about changing the trajectory of many generations outside of mine. So I want you to get notified. I want you to stay updated. And I want you to help me, join me of shrinking this intergenerational wealth gap. Now, if you're just joining me, we're wrapping up day 4, right? And I'm on a 30 days. So that means I have, let me do the math, 26 days left. And I want to make sure you guys are getting what you need to get out of this. Now, as a special gift, I want you guys to, I have a checklist of trends of how to identify when you should actually get some properties, right? What to look for in the market. In order to get that list, I have it at startingmylegacy.com. That's startingmylegacy.com. You can go there and you can download the checklist to show you the different trends that you should consider before you start to invest in real estate. Now, listen, I told you I want to honor your time. I want to come here quick each and every day, 6 p.m. EST, to pour into you all the tricks, tips, and tools that I know to help move you from where you're at to where you're supposed to be with your real estate journey. So you guys have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.